I'm planting garlic today, so I'm going to briefly talk about the different types of garlic and show you how I personally plant mine out. There are two kinds of garlic, hardneck and softneck. Hardneck garlic is more hardy and is better suited for cooler climates and usually has larger cloves with stronger flavor, but it doesn't store as well. But hardneck gives you garlic scapes, which are really flavorful. Softneck is not as hardy as hardneck and is better suited for warmer climates, but it stores better and has more mild flavor with slightly smaller cloves, and these are the varieties people use to make garlic braids with. You can buy seed garlic at nurseries or garden centers, and they seem expensive because you typically only get 2 heads for about $8 to $10, but each clove should give you a whole head of garlic. You might be wondering if you can just get and grow cheaper garlic at the grocery store, and you actually can, but there's a few things to consider. You're probably just going to find your standard issue, classic white garlic. Some stores might carry elephant garlic, like my local store here did, but also, unless it's organic, the garlic may have been sprayed with chemicals to prevent pests and sprouting, so it doesn't sprout at the store. So you may not be able to get them to grow. But I know some people have successfully grown grocery store garlic before. I definitely have in the past, so it can be done, but your results may vary. So when should you plant garlic? November is a great time to plant garlic because they need vernalization, meaning exposure to cooler temperatures, and it takes about 8 to 10 months to be able to harvest garlic. Some people say to put seed garlic in the fridge for a few weeks before planting, but if you plant them in the fall, they should do just fine because the temperatures should be cool enough. I am growing the music garlic variety, and then a friend was kind enough to share some elephant garlic cloves with me, and they are supposed to get huge. What I'm going to do first is remove the skins of the garlic. Just be very careful and only remove the outer layers and then separate the cloves. I'm wearing gloves because I don't want my hands to smell like garlic all day. And if you wind up with a teeny tiny clove, set that aside and just use it for cooking because we only want to plant cloves that are big because in theory a tiny clove will produce a tiny head. Just like seed saving, you want to save seeds from a strong fruit, vegetable, or flower. You want to do the same with garlic. I have my cloves all separated. Some people will soak theirs in alcohol or hydrogen peroxide to sterilize them, or they will soak them in a fertilizer solution or in baking soda. I don't think it's necessary. Some people think they get better results, and it's fine to try it out, but from my experience, you don't need to create more work for yourself. That being said, I have never tried soaking them in anything before, but I haven't felt like I needed to because my garlic has grown just fine without that step. And that's what's cool about gardening, is that there's not just one way to do things. You can keep trying different things to see what works best for you. So I will show what I do when I plant out garlic. I am going to dig 4-inch holes about 6 inches apart, and I am doing this in a grow bag because this is a long game crop. It'll be in place for a while, so I don't want to give them prime real estate and then need or want the space for something else later. So 4 inches deep, about 6 inches apart. And now in each planting hole, I am adding worm castings and bone meal. Bulbing plants do well with bone meal, and the worm castings provides extra nutrients. And I'm just going to put a nice big pinch of both into each planting hole. Then I take my cloves and place them in pointy side up. Then I'll just cover the cloves up with soil. Then I'm going to water it in and make sure the garlic you planted gets about 1 inch of water or so in well-drained soil, maybe up to 2 inches in sandy soil. And if it rains or you get snow, you can water it less frequently because you don't want your garlic to rot. The next and final step is to add mulch, and you can just use dried leaves, just something to provide a bit of cover. Stop watering when you have harvested the scapes from hardneck garlic and about a week before you harvest your softneck garlic. And you'll know when to harvest when you see the bottom leaves have turned brown or yellow, but the top leaves are still green, or you can always sacrifice one and see what it looks like before pulling the rest. Garlic is easy to grow and is pretty much a set it and forget it crop, and with different varieties available, it's definitely worth trying to grow some in your garden.